We're here at Michelle Follett's teaching textiles, and we're going to be learning how to do a at-home mini tapestry with things that you already have on hand.
Hi Katie, thank you. Yes, here I am in the shop, and Katie and the Dorchester Center for the Arts challenged me to show you how to do something with weaving, which I know how to do very well. And we had some rainy weather, which was not conducive to going out and finding some nice sticks. And you know, right now, maybe you want to just stick at home and not waste gas looking for some sticks. And I thought, well, what does everybody seem to have on hand right now? Yes, toilet paper rolls. Lots of them, I bet. And so I used that as my springboard of how I can teach you how to do some weaving while we are weathering the storm, as they say. So what you would do is you start with your toilet paper roll, and if you want a really precise weaving, what you would do is take a tape measure and measure out 1/8 inch dots at a pretty straight line, and then you would repeat that on the other side. You see here I've done the marking with my pen. Then to sort of say pre-drill your holes, you're going to take a pin or a safety pin and pop it through the cardboard where you've marked it. Then after you do a row, I've been doing it about 1 inch because I've been kind of turning this into a daily little diary. You'll see that in a second. Then do a second row in between the dots that you did in the top row, all the way across. So I have the 2 rows here. Then you can use just about any yarn, string that you have on hand. I've used some wool yarn that I had. I used some rug warp because I like to do my rag rugs, so I have lots of that around. And right now I'm testing with embroidery thread. I might try some sewing threads next, see how small can I go. You do have to do a kind of a bulky knot to get it started. So what I like to do is I take the end of my string, wrap it around my finger a few times, and then I roll it off of my fingers so that they roll on each other. And then I pull that all down. This might be one of those clip parts, but it should be big enough. I basically just need a knot large enough that it can't get through those little holes that I just made. So then I'd start at the first hole, insert it from the inside out. Whoops. Yeah, it's plenty big. Then I go down to the next hole and pull it through. And I've been holding it with my finger to keep it taut. Then from the inside out, I go to the next hole. I can see, honest. There it is. Go to the next second hole, pull it through nice and tight, use your finger. Ultimately, we're not going to be able to get this very tight. So any tapestry weavers out there going, she's never gonna get that tight. You're right, I'm not. And I'm not really trying to, because this is such a small weaving space, it doesn't really matter. And hey, we're just having some fun. Okay, on and on I would go like this until I have it all done. Through the power of television, we'll just pretend I have it done. Then I take my needle, and I'm gonna go one more. It's better to end on the opposite side that you started your knot, just so that that knot's not in your way. Then I take my needle and I weave it in the loops that were made from the back and forth action that I did with the string. I'll push the needle all the way through, and then I can pull it back out. And I do that just a few times, just to kind of get it nice and tight. Push it all the way down, and then you can pull it back, oops. Pull it back out. Come on, there we go. I got it. And I don't have scissors, so we'll just pretend I did that. So there, now you have your, what we call in weaving, our warp. Our warp is on our little toilet paper roll loom. The next step is then to start weaving. So here's the one that I've been working on for a couple of days now. I've been treating this kind of just as a little daily fun thing to do. So I'm on this one today. And you just take your needle, thread your yarn through it. You ever want to know how hard it is to do something on camera? Just be in my shoes for a minute. And to weave, I go the over, because previously this string was under. So I go over, under, over, under, over, under. And it takes a pretty delicate hand, which is nice. We're all pretty stressed right now, so it'll feel good to your body to just do something light and gentle. And then this one went under, so now I go over, under, over, under, over. And you just keep going. When I want to stop a color, what I have found best, most effective, is I take my needle and I actually just pop it through the cardboard and then pull it out. And then that way it holds it nice and tight for me. And I can start up with another color. And when I start another color, I do the same thing. I come up through the cardboard from the inside out. Pretty close to where I want. And then I just go back to weaving. Over, under, and out. So I'm at the very beginning of playing with toilet paper tapestry. I'd love to see what everybody else manages to come up with. Been trying to think of what I might do at the edge. Might take a bigger, thicker yarn and maybe do some edging around it to give it a nice finished look. I think it'll be kind of a cool commemorative piece on our Christmas trees and holiday decorations this year. Put it in a time capsule for 30 years from now. I don't know.
Alrighty, well, thank you for giving us this wonderful tutorial. And if you can post pictures of what your completed projects are, we would love to see them.